Hello everybody, it is time for another unboxing video. This is the 10-car assortment of the Japan Historics series, which is part of the new Car Culture series from Hot Wheels. And yes, you might be saying, well Lambert, you're a little late to the game. These cars have been all over the place, and I totally understand that. In fact, I hadn't planned on doing an unboxing on this one, only because it seems like everyone has been talking about these models, everyone's been seeing these models, and frankly doing an unboxing of this particular case doesn't make a ton of sense because there's not going to be very many surprises in there. In Mattel, there were some surprises in there. It's been a bit of a story. Besides how great the models are, there's been a bit of a story behind these assortments. Number one, they came to Canada first, which is great. They have not been in stores in the US yet. I know they've been in Australia, I think, and I don't think they've shown up anywhere else. But hobby dealers got them, but didn't get as many as they had ordered from Mattel. And so some people's orders had to be cut down to smaller. And then reports started coming out that the assortments weren't what many of the collectors had hoped. Meaning, since there's 5 cars in the series, and there's 10 cars in the cases, the hope would be that there would be 2 of each car, and there were collectors planning on sharing and everything else. Well, some people got different assortments. One car would be missing, and there'd be 4 of another, or so on and so forth. So I was talking to my friends over at A&J Toys, and there's a link down there about this. And some people were reporting that they were getting cases like this. Clearly, this was opened. You can tell by the Mattel sticker that's put on top. Opened, resealed, and then the new sticker was put on top of that. Obviously, this was done in the factory. There's no foul play on A&J's part, and that's not the point of this video, is to try and answer that. But clearly, there wouldn't be any interest on these hobby dealers' parts of doing this. Clearly, they're selling the sealed cases as they got them from Mattel. So, as I was talking to A&J Toys about this, they said, we still do have a case, if you want to order it, that has a cut sticker and a resealed sticker on it if you want to open it and see what's inside. So I said, sure, that'd be great. So that's what I'm going to do. This is the 10-car series. I'm going to open it up. I have no idea. I might get 2 of each car and everything's kosher, or I might find something a little different, but I thought it might be interesting just to see based on these stickers. Clearly, it was sealed, reopened, and sealed again. So let's go ahead and open it up. I'm making sure the camera's on because I got one shot at this, right? Once I open it, if I start editing things, then the whole point of this video is kind of lost. All right, I know I'm in the background here. I'm going to go ahead and just bring this forward. My trusty Japan booster here. Hold on. There we go. All right. Okay. Let's see what's inside. Are you seeing it? Because I'm seeing it. There are 10 cars, and there are 2 of each. So, I'm going to go ahead and put this back here. And since I've already done, let's just go ahead and open it up and see if some of the other things are in here. So, like some of the variations and things. All right, so the first 2 cars are is the Nissan Skyline, the Ken Mary, the 2000 GTR. There's so much more to talk about with this series, and maybe as people are visiting this video a year or 2 or 3 from now, they can see, hey, great wheels, great deco, great artwork. So we can highlight that as well. But this was one of the cars that was missing. Here, I'm going to go ahead and get my little tool here. This is one of the cars that was missing, was the those who reported not getting everything. It was the Ken Mary that they weren't getting. So there that is right there, 2 of each. And look, I don't know why this case was opened and then resealed again. There might have been something forgotten. But it's all there. Next up is the Datsun 510 wagon. And I know that there is a variation on this one. This one I think people are really liking because of the wheels. Well, it's the wagon. So there was a smooth based There was a smooth grill and a textured grill. These have both of the textured grills on it. So, yeah, that looks pretty. Everything looks pretty straightforward there. On the Datsun wagon, next up is the Yokosuka Skyline, and there you go. Now I know there's a variation on this one in that some have the roll cage and others do not. This one does not have the roll cage, and the one I already had I think does, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. So there's both variations there. That's nice to have. I'm not too concerned about it. I used to be, but I'm not as too concerned about it, but I'll take both. Here you can forward and you can see that. Roll cage, no roll cage. So two of those. Next up is the Toyota 2000 GT. Oh, let's get back here. Let's bring this back a little bit. Toyota 2000 GT, two of those. This is my favorite model in the series, only because I think it's the first real true racing version. There's the RLC version, which is the Shelby, has the Shelby livery on it, which is great, but those Neo wheels just don't do it for me as much. This does, and I really like this version with the wheels on it, and yeah, the artwork is fantastic. I will definitely be keeping one in the package. And last is the new model in this batch. I can get it. There we go. Which is the Mazda RX-3 in purple. Really the true debut of those new rims as well, because they're chromed up and you can really get all the detail on them, and they are fantastic. Such a great series. I'm sure there's going to be some, I mean, probably a little bit of overkill on this, and I get that, but this series deserves every bit of praise it's been getting. Car culture is going to get better and better and better. We've already seen some of the things that are coming out. I've got a preview of the European cars coming real soon, but I like that. Now, one other thing that has been talked about is that these cars are taped to the blister, and this is the case here. I don't think that comes across. So the RX-3 is taped. The Toyota is taped. Let me see if all of them are. Yep. Yokosuka, Datsun is taped. Does that show up at all? I mean, I could go in close, but there you can see them right there. And then that leaves the Ken Mary, which yeah is taped as well. So, yeah. So models are taped. I think that was just they're working through some blister stuff. I've heard that that's all been resolved. We won't see much of that. I mean, we might see them on a few more batches of things, but I think that's done now. So look, I don't know why some of the assortments were different. Mattel won't guarantee assortments, and neither can these dealers, and so that's fine. I get that. I understand why people are frustrated about it, but I think it was just kind of luck of the draw. Sometimes these assortments change, but these should be in stores. I think there's every plan for them to be in stores. So if you didn't get the Ken Mary, for example, hopefully you get a chance. You can definitely go to some of the hobby dealers. I think wheel collectors, they may be sold out of this at this point. Maybe they're waiting on more. Maybe more will be produced. I've heard rumors of that too, but I don't know. But they'll hopefully be in store soon. You'll be able to pick one up. So anyway, I hope that helps. That's the Japan Historics. That's the case. I got all 10 models. I got 2 of each. In this case, that was sealed and resealed. So no foul play there. I think it's just kind of a luck of the draw and just happens. Anyway, talk to you later.